Yo, what's up everybody? I am in a different location working on a top secret project that I am very excited to eventually reveal to you. For now, I'll be streaming from this lightly decorated, non-disclosed place. But I've got a package of plushies on the way, so I'll be sprucing the place up a little bit, okay? It's not going to be so drab. In today's video, I'm going to be showing off my Togekiss VMAX Jolteon deck. This deck is very good against anything that can't one-hit KO Togekiss VMAX. Jolteon can completely shut down all water-type Pokemon's abilities, so that troublesome Inteleon, as well as Palkia V-Star. Stoked to show off the list, but before we do it, let's head over to FullGripGames.com. FullGripGames.com is the best place to buy Pokemon trading card game singles and sealed product. We've got super fast shipping and top-notch grading. You really won't find better service anywhere than at FullGripGames.com. We've also got a buy list. So if you've got extra cards lying around your house, maybe crowding up your kitchen table, then you absolutely have to check out the Full Grip Games buy list. We are always buying bulk and singles here at the shop, and selling your extra cards to Full Grip Games directly supports the content that I create here on Tricky Gym. Thank you so much for shopping at FullGripGames.com. Now, let's check out that Togekiss deck. This deck is a lot of fun to play, but requires some patience. As you'll see, Togekiss VMAX doesn't have a very high damage ceiling. Its max glide attack only does 120 damage, but it allows you to search your deck for whatever 2 cards you want and put them into your hand. So you can use Togekiss VMAX's max glide to search out healing supporters like Cheren's Care and Cheryl to make sure that your Togekiss VMAX never gets knocked out while you continue chipping away with max glide turn after turn. You can also use max glide to search out disruptive cards like Avery, which limits your opponent's bench to 3 Pokemon, or Path to the Peak, which turns off Pokemon V's abilities. You can also use it to search out your Jolteon with its Thunderous Awakening ability, which activates if it has a Memory Capsule attached to it and shuts down all Water-type Pokemon's abilities in play. So Togekiss VMAX makes a great partner for Jolteon with the Memory Capsule, since you can use Togekiss VMAX to quickly and efficiently set it up. We have a lot of recovery cards in this deck as well. We've got Cyllene as well as Team Yell's Cheer and Pal Pad to make sure that when the game inevitably gets down to the real nitty-gritty, we never deck out, because we can use Team Yell's Cheer to put Cheren's Cares, Cheryl's, or Cyllene back into our deck to make sure that we can keep healing turn after turn. We can use Cyllene, which can put any 2 cards you want from your discard pile on top of your deck if you flip some heads, and then Pal Pad can recover your Team Yell's Cheer or your Cyllene to make sure that you can continue to be as annoying as possible. Check this deck out in action and let me know what you think of Togekiss VMAX featuring Jolteon in the comments below. This is what I'm talking about. I'm playing against an Inteleon deck, and I have got the turn 2 Jolteon ready to go. Evolution Incense in my hand, Marnie at the ready, and we're going to be able to completely shut down this Inteleon engine. So I'm stoked about that. My opponent's got Capacious Bucket, can go find some water energy. And maybe they'll keep calling. I'm curious to see what kind of Inteleon deck that I'm playing against. I'm sure we'll see here with the Quick Ball. It's going to be Palkia. There's Radiant Greninja. Okay. Quick Balled away a Quick Ball, so they're not concerned with getting their Pokemon out. They seem confident on that front. Arita, get them a water Pokemon and an item card. And surely this will reveal what deck they're playing. Probably Palkia. Oh, yeah. There's a Palkia V and a Battle VIP Pass. That is a very strong start. They can attach a water energy to their Palkia. And this is why I don't want to have a lot of Pokemon in this deck, right? Because you really don't want to give your opponent who's playing Palkia more damage output to deal with their Palkias, or more damage outputs to be able to swing for extra damage. Yeah, that's not optimal. So let's capture energy, and we can go grab Miltank, and then quick ball away the Cheryl and go get potentially another Eevee. I mean, I can just set up this other Jolteon right now. I'm cool with that. Grab that. I could V-search? No, that's irresponsible. We'll retreat into Miltank. Pass. And we've turned off all of their water Pokemon's abilities. That's cool. So they cannot use Shady Dealings. They cannot use Concealed cards. They cannot use Palkia V-Star's Star Portal ability. And we're just vibing out here with our tank. Miltank produces highly nutritious milk. Did you know? So it's been supporting the lives of people and other Pokemon since ancient times. They just have to rule the region and can go get a stadium card. Cool. I've got Evolution Incense. Perfect. I can go grab my Togekiss VMAX, evolve into another Jolteon and Marnie. I've got another Togekiss I'll put down and pass. And we'll see what my opponent has got in store. They can knock out this Togekiss now if they have like a water, a Palkia, and a boss. But they cannot use Shady Dealings to get any piece of that. They may build up an Inteleon just to deal with the Miltank. But as we can see, their deck is just completely slowed down. Let's just Marnie again. There's nothing here. I want a quick ball away. Finding Avery would be really nice. Research is also good because it's going to allow me to be able to just dig into this deck, right? Go find those double turbo energies. I did prize one. It's fine. So we'll attach that to Miltank and pass. And then next turn, I'll attach this second memory capsule and use research. We don't want to attach this second memory capsule right now, just in case my opponent plays like Tool Scrapper or something. Now we'll play it, the path, and we'll research. I'm missing energy again, but that's okay. We're chilling. Now they can retreat and knock out my Miltank, which is fine. Annoying, but that's fine. We still got everything going according to plan, I'd say. All right, I'll pass. Chicaplu says, I cannot wait to 2-hit KO an Inteleon with Togekiss. So cool. Listen, Chicaplu. We're here for the long haul, all right? It's not a race. We're on that grind set right now. All right, sick. They don't have the Inteleon. Yeah, we're on. Yeah, you need to. Listen, dial it back, okay? Dial it way back. Because this is like we're just going to max glide and chill for a little while. I hope that's okay with you. If you want turn 1, turn 2, 1-hit KOs, then maybe you ought to be playing Mew VMAX. I'll quick ball away this third Togekiss VMAX, which I don't need. Thin my deck, and then we'll Avery. Wow, and I missed the energy again. That's okay. Slow and steady. Wins the race. Cool. Avery was effective. Limiting their bench. It's great. We've got 8 energy in the deck. We'll find one. But really, we've taken control of the game, and that's the important thing. See, they're not doing anything because literally they don't have any of their abilities. Their entire deck is water Pokemon. So now I'm thinking that we just Avery again, and we do find an energy. So I can attach the Choice Belt and start swinging with Miltank if I care to. It's a little bit annoying because they could bring up the Drizzile and knock out my Miltank, then I lose the double turbo energy. In an ideal world, I've got the other Capture Energy for the Miltank. I think that I'm okay just waiting. Really. Route is doing 2, 4, 6, 70, 50 damage with Route. It's not a lot of damage. So let's just pass. I'll get the other. Thank you, Lord Eggnog, for that Prime sub. I'll get the other Capture Energy. See, they got nothing going on, which is kind of hilarious. I could put Marnie and Avery back into the deck. I'm okay with that. Probably just double Avery back into the deck. And then gear. We find Avery. I just want to grow the hand a little bit more. I really would have liked to have found the Capture Energy there, but it's cool. We're chilling. I'll pass again. Yeah, we're in it for the long haul here. They've got the Inteleon now. That's okay. If they have a water energy, they can retreat an Aqua Bullet, which is fine. They've got Training Courts, we know that. They can get a water back. And maybe they're looking to gust Jolteon. Who knows? But we've got 2 set up, so... Oh, they just want to knock out the tank. Understandable. So I'll bring up Togekiss. And... I think I want to... gust the Palkia. I mean, they can like Melanie to the Palkia and do stuff, but that's fine. Yeah, let's just retreat and attack. I'm okay with that. And we kind of want all of these capsules down, just thin this all out of our deck. That's okay. I should have put that on the active for sure, but that's fine. And we don't really need these. We just want our deck to be thin. Cool. So I'll max glide. And we're going to go get Cyllene. Yeah. Cool. I've got Cheren's Care, which is cool. I can Cyllene back the Miltank. It's kind of poggers. They can Aqua Bullets, then I can Cheren's Care, the Togekiss up. That's fine. I do need... kind of wasted my Pal Pad. But that's okay. We'll Cheren's Care this guy. And bring up the new Togekiss. Bench this guy. Attach that there. I can bench this guy too. And max glide. And that's fine. I pretty much got everything I need in my hand. I don't have any more heal cards though, because I did prize some Cheren's Cares. I think I prized 2 Cheren's Cares, but we do find one there, so that's good. I've got it now. And then we probably do want to put... yeah, we could put a Yell's Cheer in here for sure. Or second Pal Pad. All that seems pretty good. This next turn, they literally have nothing going on in that hand. So this is the Cyllene turn. We want to flip a heads, obviously. We don't. Oh, God. Which is fine. All right. So, about that Yell's Cheer, bro. Yeah. I don't think that I have, like, ever successfully used Cyllene. Every time I've ever used this card, it has felt like a disaster. Thankfully, my opponent is literally not doing anything, so that's kind of sick. Yeah, we're done searching, dude. I'm not trying to deck out, so. There's a Palkia V-Star. The sad thing is I'm not 2-hit KOing this Palkia V-Star. They have to Melanie if they want to accelerate energy onto it. They do not have Melanie. So we're just going to keep slugging. "12 Cyllene tails in a row." I know. Powerful Colorless is okay. It's a card that like we're looking at potentially. Do they have double cross switcher into the... No, they don't. That's fine. They're just trying to buy some time. Or maybe deck me out. Which is understandable. I would try to deck me out too. Let's take that knockout on the Sobble. Now this is how I like to play Pokemon cards. This is sick, honestly. This is the most fun game of Standard I've played in weeks. The game has been like 20 turns. Yeah, this is magical, straight up. Absolutely magnificent. My opponent has taken one prize. Are they just going to try and Roxanne me? Like, what's up? I don't really know what the angle is here, but... There's another Palkia. They're still hanging on to hope. Nope, that's it. All right, game over. This was the most exhilarating game of Pokemon I've ever played. That was sick. Yeah, man, this deck is broken. We're playing against Stonejourner. So all I need to do is go get my Miltank, and we're going to put her right there, and I'll pass. And that's it. And then I am going to stop playing cards. That's it. So I will pass. Thank you, Straight Up Godly, for the 2 gifted subs. I appreciate that. Yeah, we could do this all day. I've got Cyllene and Pal Pad and Team Yell's Cheer in my deck. So I'm confident that I should be able to win this. I think. I'll bench like a Dunsparce, I think. I'll bench a Togekiss. That's fine. That way I kind of force them to do something. And I'll evolve the Togekiss into a Togekiss VMAX. Because then it's not one-hit KO'able. And I'll Evolution Incense. For this guy, check my prizes real quick. We've got the Yell's Cheer. What about the Pal Pad? I don't have the Pal Pad. That's like our infinite loop, but it's cool. We'll pass. I've got Cyllene and Yell's Cheer. So I can Yell's Cheer for 3 supporters back. Tom Chap in the chat says, I play 2 Cologne in my Stonejourner list. Holy moly. That would be devastating. That's not what I want. Yeah. This is Pokemon action right here. This is what I'm talking about. This is sick. Yeah, this kind of rocks. So I'm trying to figure out what the best supporters to play. Probably Marnie. I'll just play Marnie. And then I need to be able to put supporters back into my deck, right? So we'll probably Marnie, because Marnie actually... But I don't want to reset my opponent's hand. Do you think they play Marnie? They probably just play Kabu. So if we Avery, we're like drawing too many cards from our deck. So I'd rather play Marnie as our supporter and then have the idea be that I want to shuffle cards back into the deck with Marnie. Man. Nicholas really got the frowny face going on. They're not happy about what's going on here. Are they going to make a game action? The thing is, if they knock out my tank, I'll just try to Cyllene it back in. So that's the strat. I could set up 2 Togekiss, which would give me the option to retreat between them if I need to. I mean, then theoretically they could take enough prizes to be able to win the game, but they can't knock out Togekiss V, so really they should never be able to do that. The problem with playing Marnie is that I do just like make this so that my opponent gets their cards all back in the deck. It doesn't really matter. I'll just play the Marnie. Yeah, we'll just do that. Cool. That's fine. Let me pass. So now my opponent's got 1 more card left in deck than me. We're just going to keep doing this again. And we get to the point where I have like 3 supporters in the discard pile. Once I have 3 supporters in the discard pile, I can yells cheer them back into the deck. So I'm just going to keep Marnieing because it doesn't matter. And then we'll draw out, right? The thing I don't want is my opponent to have like a Phoebe or an answer to my Miltank while my hand is small. That's suboptimal, right? So yeah, let's just pass. Well, I need to not double tails on Cyllene. Usually it wouldn't be, yeah, I need to not, it wouldn't be as bad if I didn't prize my Pal Pad, but I did prize my Pal Pad, so that's fine. We've got 2 supporters in the discard pile, so now I need to get a 3rd supporter into the discard pile, and I will yells cheer them back in. The 3rd one will probably be another Marnie. I think that because I don't want to play an Avery. Avery just draws cards from my deck, but then it does help to keep like a nice big hand. When I get to the infinite loop, I want to have a sizable hand. I don't want to... The scary part about this matchup is that if I have a small hand and then my opponent does have an answer to Miltank, then I lose. So That could be bad. Now that we have the Yells Cheer, I think I probably will just play Avery. That's fine. Okay, we pass. And then I've got the Yells Cheer Cyllene in my deck now. So now what I can do, I can also quick ball away supporters. Which is sick because I can Yells Cheer back in the 3 supporters at the end of the game. Or when we're close to decking out, right? And then I try to Cyllene back in the Yells Cheer. And then I Yells Cheer for the Cyllene. And that's the loop. I need to not double tails on Cyllene a couple of times. Which is unfortunate. If the Pal Pad was in here, I would have a fail-safe against double tails. But the Pal Pad is prized. And right now, my Togekiss VMAX is doing, let's see, 120 minus 80, literally no damage to this Stone Turner, so it's not even worth it. So they're kind of waiting to see what my end game situation is. They see that they have, you know, more cards in deck than me. So they're confident probably that if Marnie is my only non-deck out card, then they know that they're always going to win that deck out race because Marnie gives them less cards in hands than me. All right, the cards are getting so small in my hands that they're giving me the well played. They think it's over. They're like, you're done, bud. Okay. They should not be able to mill. I mean, if they bust out the mill, then oh, I forgot I could put Pokemon back in my deck. That's crazy. Put those guys back in. Pass. And then this is the moment of truth. That's right. Okay. We put the Yells Cheer and the Eevee back on top. And we pass. And then yes! Let's go. All right, I've got a pretty good looking opening hand with Miltank against an unknown deck. I'll put down the path to the peak because decks that play Mew often will play Crobat or Radiant Greninja to draw a lot of cards. I'll quick ball away Boss's Orders, and we're going to grab Togekiss and attach the double turbo energy so that I can either retreat or route next turn and pass. We've got Evolution Incense to go get Togekiss VMAX, and then can Marnie or Pokégear for maybe a research to really dig into the deck and find some more cards. Capacious Bucket, maybe it's a Turbo Palkia deck. They do have the Counter Stadium, unfortunately, and can use concealed cards to draw 2 cards by discarding that water energy. Yeah, it's definitely looking and feeling like Turbo Palkia V-Star, which is fine. I would like to get my Jolteon in play, but honestly, since I went for Togekiss turn 1 instead of Eevee, I think that we're probably just going to skip Jolteon this game, because the only abilities they have are Star Portal and Concealed Cards. I could shut those down with Jolteon, but ultimately I think the Jolteon's more of a liability than anything, because it increases the damage that their Palkia is going to be doing to my Togekiss. So we just want to keep as sparse of a board as possible. The Jolteon is really the best at shutting down the Inteleon engine. If they play Inteleon, we go for the Jolteon every time. But without the Inteleon engine, we are content to just do our thing with Togekiss and Miltank. We'll go get Togekiss VMAX. They've got 2 energy on their Palkia. And then I can Marnie or Avery. Neither of those seem very good right now. So let's research. They've got a 4-card hand. So they've only got a 3-card bench. It's just like, yeah, what am I really accomplishing with that? This is cool, actually. Let's put Capture Energy. Capture Energy onto the Togekiss. We'll soften up the Radiant Greninja with Miltank. And do I want to get another Togekiss V out? I could get the Eevee out, but then they might Moonlight Shuriken, so I don't want to get the Eevee out yet. So we'll just kind of hang here. And then I'll route. I want to force them to make a move. Now this deck, they can deal with Miltank. I mean, they can do 90 damage with Radiant Greninja. And then if they play Diancie, they could do 20 damage to finish off the Miltank. So there's that. There's also the potential that they play Starmie V. So between Moonlight Shuriken and Starmie V, they can also finish off a Miltank. So the Miltank isn't like the win condition necessarily. I'm more just using it to kind of pressure my opponent right now and keep them in a weird spot. More than likely, the Miltank's not going to be able to 6-0 this game for us. They've got the technology. See, there's Starmie right there. Boom. It could also play Empoleon V. This is true. So we're just trying to keep as small of a board as possible. We don't want to put any liabilities in our discard pile so they can't Echoing Horn anything up. And they're just going to pass, right? Because they're in a weird spot, which is exactly where we want them to be. So I'm okay with just carrying on. 10 damage short of the knockouts with routes, but that's okay. It's all about being slow and steady with the Togekiss deck. Absolutely. If they gust up and swing into my Togekiss VMAX, I can just Cheryl, which is fine. And then go Miltank again. They've got no water energy in the discard pile, so they can't actually use Star Portal as it is right now. They got Scoop Up next. I mean, they're just churning through the deck. They only got 16 cards left in deck. Now the Radiant Greninja is fresh, ready to go. They do play Diancie, see? Spike Draw. Spike Draw plus Moonlight Shuriken will do 110 to take the knockout on Miltank if they're able to piece that together. The Starmie's in their discard pile, so if they play Ordinary Rod or something like that, they can get that back. But as it is right now, yeah, okay, here we go. There's an Empoleon. So now we're like, okay, do I want to actually set up Jolteon? They've got this Empoleon. This is their answer, right, to the Miltank. So what they can do is if I knock out the Mew, they can retreat the Origin form Palkia, power up Empoleon, and knock me out. I think I really want to now set up Jolteon so that then they can't use their Emperor's Eyes. So that's cool. I'm not really so keen on taking knockouts here. I'm kind of more into doing cheeky stuff. So that's what I think we're going to do. I'm going to Max Glide, which does take a knockout, but I'd like to search my deck for a couple of things. We're going to search out another double Turbo Energy and a Quick Ball. No, we don't need a Quick Ball. Let's actually just go get the Eevee. That's cool. And we find Team Yell's Cheer. So now if they smack me with the Origin form Palkia, I can Cheren's Care up the Togekiss VMAX and start to set up Jolteon, potentially. I can also Cheryl. That's probably the play. They're going to Subspace Swell. I'm going to Cheryl, start to set up Eevee Swing. Yeah. So we do that. Bench the Eevee. Force them to deal with that, right? Attach this. And Max Glide for 100. And now I can mess around, get another Eevee. I can get a Path. We can get Paths and try to stick those. I've already got Cheren's Care in my hand. I've got Pal Pad. I've got Yell's Cheer. That's cool. We'll get Path and another Eevee. That's fine. And then we'll see where they want to go. Do they retreat? Do they have Boss? Do they want to gust up my Eevee or Miltank or whatever? No, they're just going to Subspace Swell again. So now I'm in what I feel like is a pretty good position because I can turn off all the water Pokemon's abilities with Jolteon. So we've got that. We've also got Path, right? And we can Cheren's Care the Togekiss, go into Miltank, do that, and I mean, at this point, it's pretty good, right? I feel like I should bench a couple Togekiss. We'll Pal Pad back in the Cheren's Care and the Cheryl, just to have those in deck. And we'll bench both these, that's fine. And then route. For 70 big ones. If they boss Jolteon, that's fine. They're taking one prize if they do that. See, they ain't even on that. They're just gonna boss the Togekiss. Now, I would really like to find a Choice Belt here, so I could take the knockouts with my Togekiss VMAX if we get that. So let's go for it. We'll quick ball away. Dunsparce. Attach double turbo energy. Togekiss. And let's Marnie. And if I find choice belts, we take the knockouts. We do not find choice belts. That's okay. Slow and steady. Retreating to Miltank. And we'll route. And they can't use any of their abilities. They can't use Radiant Greninja. They can't use Emperor's Eyes. They can't use Star Portal. Thank you, Top Deck TCG, for the sub in the 9 months. Appreciate you, Top Deck. Thank you. Yeah, so we got him. We got him in a tough spot with the tanker. All right, because that Empoleon doesn't have any abilities 2 times over. It doesn't have it. All right, the path can bump it, but then it still doesn't have any abilities with the Empoleon. You didn't read Jolteon. You didn't read it. Why didn't you read? This isn't going to work the way you think it's going to work. Okay. Yes! That about wraps it up for my Togekiss VMAX Jolteon deck. Thank you so much for watching the video. If you liked the video, make sure to subscribe to the channel and check me out on Twitch, twitch.tv/TrickyJim, where I stream live Pokemon trading card game content just like the stuff you watched here every weekday. If you're not super into Twitch, don't worry, I've got a new YouTube channel, Tricky Jim VODs, where I upload all of my Twitch streams in their entirety for your viewing enjoyment. Thank you so much for watching. Y'all have a good one. See ya!